Good morning, y'all. It's Brooke with Mrs. Cog Hill Farm, and it is a beautiful day here in Alabama. So much so that I was walking by. I wasn't planning on starting to record until I got to where I was going, but I saw Nugget and Goldie laid out, enjoying the sunshine, which is not something I see from them very often. They're usually always mobile and walking around, but today they are just enjoying the sunshine, got a little breeze blowing, feeling kind of like the beach. So I'm just gonna act like I'm at the beach with a bunch of animals and take y'all along with me because we got some fun things to show you today. Now, I've taken care of feeding all the animals except for the chickens. And I am going to go to the garden area first, grab some kale for the baby emus, not these. I mean, they could have kale, but they kind of have an all-you-can-eat buffet out here with the insects, and they love insects, by the way. They're they're omnivores, so they have a variety of things that they consume, but kale for baby emus is something that they really enjoy. And we just so happen to have some kale still looking very good in our garden. Gonna pass by the chickens on the way, gonna throw them out some scratch. I have not gathered eggs, nor have I filled up their water, but we're gonna take care of that just so they can be satisfied until I get over and let the baby emus out. Y'all are gonna enjoy seeing that because those two are a hoot when they first get out in the morning and get those legs moving. When the weather's been nice, we take them outside and let them run and just enjoy themselves. So that's what we're doing first, and then the fun begins. All right, everybody. We have swapped from feeding whole corn to feeding scratch, and that's simply because the temperatures have warmed up. Yes, the scratch has corn in it, but it's not completely corn. Corn is one of those things that helps to warm the body up, and when the temperatures start getting warm, we don't use the whole corn anymore. We use the scratch. Now, whole corn is less expensive than the scratch, but we feel here in our climate that the scratch is a better option when it does get warm. Right, girls? And they really don't care. They like the corn, I would say, better than the scratch. But they'll eat both of them, and they let me know that when they give out for sure. You're not going to come in here without giving them scratch and leave with happy chickens. I did get the pool filled up, and I'm going to come back and gather eggs though, because I'm not going in the barn right now to carton them, so I'm going to come back and get eggs. Right now I'm going to do what I told you guys I was going to do, and that is come out here and grab some kale from our garden. Now, our garden has just about seen its better day. It is as I said, the temperatures are getting on up into the 70s, approaching 80 degrees. And when that happens, things such as collard greens that we grow, turnip greens, even broccoli, kale, things like that, they tend to want to go to seed. And it's just the fact that the temperatures get warm. And these are cool season crops. So these are pretty right now, but I can guarantee you there is a seed head that's forming down in the bottom, and these collard greens are not going to taste quite as good as what they did when the weather was cold. Now, this is our kale that we have, and got a little bit left, got plenty left for the emus, that's for sure. And I keep some of it in the refrigerator for them, but I come daily. Oh look, a little ladybug. I come daily and gather their fresh kale, and they use it as a training tool, or I use it for them as a training tool to get to where I need them to go. If I have this kale in my hand, they will follow me because it's literally their favorite thing. So a little bit of kale for the emus as a treat, and well, it's just a good thing for them to eat. So I may indeed add some of the leftover kale to the freeze dryer, because it's not going to last forever, and I do want to have it available for the emus when it's not actively growing. It's obviously better if we grow it versus what we can buy, so I do plan to do that as well. Since having the baby emus, some things about my routine in the morning have changed, and that is that after I gather the kale, about mid-morning, I guess, I go back to the barn after all the feeding's been taken care of, and Pookie, or Pocket, our mini horse, at that time is wanting hay. And so I put Pookie back in the stall. Here she is. She heard me. I'm sure y'all probably heard that little whinny. She heard me say her name and she turned around anxiously, because obviously she knows what I'm coming for. So Pookie will go back in her stall and I will give her some hay, and that way the little emu boys can run around without the possibility of a very fast mini horse stepping on them. They wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that on purpose, by all means, but accidents happen, and we don't want to take a chance with fast-footed Pocket trying to outrun the little emus. Well, good morning, Miss Biscuit. What you doing? You know, I really hate the thought of having to use the rest of the hay that we have stored in the barn because, well, Sylvester's up there grooming himself, but the cats, since the weather has warmed up, they are back to using the hay bales as their bed. And I did call this week thinking I needed to get maybe a couple of more bales of hay, and they are sold out of round bales. But the grass is greening up. So with the grass greening up, it was an answer for me that I had been questioning all along. Do I need more hay? I have 4 round bales. The grass is greening up behind me. So as soon as the grass is green, we're not going to offer the cows any supplemental hay anyway. So yeah, I kind of think the feed store made the decision for me about my hay, and that just means that these cat beds, well, I won't say they're natural cat beds because obviously I brought them in here, so they're made of natural materials, and I hate to bear the news to you beautiful kitties that this hay and straw that Biscuits made a bed out of, the straw can stay. We may hang on to it for next year because obviously it's meant for bedding for the animals. So the straw may stay in here. Biscuit will be happy. Sylvester, I'm not so sure about. Maybe Biscuit will share a bale with him and they can make do on straw versus hay. But I'm going to gather some actual hay off a square bale for Miss Pookie so I can get her in a stall and away from where the emus will run. Well, I'm going to put Pookie's basket of hay in her stall in the inside while I get the emus walked through the stall to the outside area. And then once the emus get outside, Pookie can come outside and use the hay feeder for her hay versus being outside. I told y'all it was developing into a routine. You know exactly what's going on, don't you, girl? All right. So you come in here, and I'm going to let the boys run through your stall, and then I'll bring your hay outside as soon as they're through. It's just that the double gate that I walk them through comes through here. Now, Peaches won't be a problem. She'll be okay laid out in here, but I'm going to move Pocket on in, and that way there's no chance she could unintentionally harm one of them. Hey, girl, you working on that suntan today? I mean, it's some nice, beautiful Alabama skies, and you're taking full advantage of a spot in the sun when you've got shade all around the rest of the stall. So I just told everybody that you wouldn't pose a problem for the emus to come through here and walk by you, and you're not going to cause any issues. Pocket's locked up for just a minute. She'll be out in just a second to play once I get these boys moved through here. All right, you live up to your word, okay? Good girl. So I've been trying to work with the emus to walk instead of me carrying them. And y'all are going to see why in just a minute. Emus grow super fast. Pigeons do too, but I would say emus probably grow faster than any animal that I have experience with. So I've been trying this. They're probably going to show out today because I'm recording it. But I've been trying to get them to follow me, and hopefully today works just as well as any other day. And y'all get to see how this training is going. Have my kale ready, and now it's showtime. Let's hope they've rehearsed their acts very well and they do exactly what they have trained to do. Let's see. If I walk over to them, they tend to think that I want them to go backwards, and I don't want that to happen. Ernest T's obviously the leader. He's the big white emu. Come on, babies. Oh, they're so nasty. They got in the mud yesterday. And in a minute here, I'm gonna make them a little mud hole because the temperatures are too cool yet. Come on, babies. Come on. Come on. Good boys. Come on. And I've shared with you guys before that Opie, the little one, tends to like the kale more than Ernest T. Come on. Atta boy. Yeah, I got some goodies. Come on. Look at here. Come on, Biscuit. It's not going well. Opie just thought he needed to run after Biscuit. All right, good boys. All right, step one complete. Oh, there they go. Off to the races. That's not where I want y'all. So obviously they want to visit with everybody, which I don't immediately go and scoop them up and tell them they can't. I let them see everybody, and then the wheels turn on. The wheels get to going sometimes pretty fast. We're going to try to lure them into the stall area. All right, so Opie has found his way over here, which is good because I told y'all they follow each other. No, that's Peaches. Leave her alone. Come on. Oh, Ernest T, you missed your turn. Turn wide right, buddy. No, no, no. Wrong way. Oh, y'all, I'm going to give you some kale right here so that you can stay busy for a minute while I go get your friend. Stay right there, okay? Peaches, keep him over here. Come on, Ernest T. Come on, buddy. You got to turn in here. Turn your blinker on. Oh, y'all, I know I'm making y'all dizzy, and I certainly don't want to do that. I'm shutting you in. Come on. Come on, Speed. Every time he runs right by. Oh, there he goes again. Yes! Oh, no, another one's out. Not good. Not good. I knew I should have shut that gate. And we're going to try to get y'all both in at the same time. Okay? You just got to turn your blinker on and turn right. Turn right here. No, 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 no. Told y'all they weren't going to act right on the camera. I mean, I should have known. Ernest T, your friend's gone. He went back in the chute and he's back out. And there he goes. Oh my gosh. It's funny and all, but they aren't going where they're supposed to go. It's a mad dash. In my training, I might need to redo my training. I might need to start entirely over because it's obvious that I'm not in the lead. Come on, Bramble. Maybe they'll come for you. Ernest T, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Shoot, shoot. Good, good. Ernest T's in. Now the little one will follow. I have no doubt. Opie's in. Except for Ernest T is now messing with Peaches. All right, come on, boys. Come on out here. This is what we do every day. Come on. Y'all are used to it. Go on out. Go on out. You know you got to go out. Come on. All right. Yes. Okay, so Opie's got to come out. Ernest, no, 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 no. Boys, oh my goodness. I said it's too early for a swimming pool. You just got Peaches' water all muddy. She She's not gonna be happy about this. This water was completely clean and you stepped in it. I was fixing to make you a mud hole. And I just said that it's too cool for you guys to have a pool yet. You know, water sitting in a bowl or a pool is obviously cooler than a little mud hole that's out on the ground, and I think it's too early for a pool. But here Opie is acting like he's fixing to get in it by scooching around on his little legs like I don't know what he calls himself doing. He looks ridiculous. Why are you crawling around the entire bowl? He acts like there's water on the ground like he's fixing to bathe. Okay, that's what I was fixing to do for y'all, is make you a mud hole. But it appears that you two have decided that Peach's water is better. No, no, no. Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go. No. All right, let's go. Come on. Come on. Oh, goodness. It's okay, big girl. Come on, boys. Bramble, how about you go outside and then... Yeah, then you can show them where to go. Let's go, let's go. Good, good, good boys. Don't go back in there. No, no, no. No, no, no. Oh my gosh. Y'all don't say anything about me breathing heavy. I'm still in recovery mode. I'm taking care of myself. Except these boys cause me a little bit of drama. All right, y'all are fixing to see something real funny. Because I'm going to turn the camera on right here. Let everybody see y'all what you do every day. Okay? Now, they get a little bit scared when I first cut the water on. But the end result is great. So we're just going to let the water flow for a second. And you can see that big old Ernest T, it's me, it's Ernest T. He's going to start rolling around and acting like a dog, literally. He acts like a dog. He gets down there and he just starts rolling around. He's going to make a fool out of me today because he's probably not going to do it. Opie doesn't do that yet. And again, Opie's the little one. Ernest T's the big one. We did change the names because Ernest T's a mess. Opie has not done anything that makes us feel like he's mischievous or nothing. I mean, Opie's a good boy. Ernest T, on the other hand, I'm not going to say he's bad. He's just mischievous. And he is living up to the name change. So this water is not like water sitting in a pool that's 6 or 8 inches deep, which would be a little bit too cool in my opinion. So I let this hose just run and make a little mud hole and let them, look at Opie, he's doing that scrunching around on his feet again. Ernest T had to go for a quick run, but he's back. You gonna tell everybody hi? Yeah. Yeah, you gonna tell everybody hi? That water's flowing, isn't it? You know, we're kind of making a mud hole on the other side of the fence now. I think I'm gonna go cut the water off and you boys can just continue to shake and act silly. Oh my goodness. Don't y'all just love them? Oh, y'all, let me show you what just happened. I'm going to turn the water off as I talk. Peaches opened the door that I had shut for Pookie because I didn't want Pookie out here when I walked. It's a good thing Pookie wasn't out here when I walked the Emus through. You saw what drama I had with Peaches. But Peaches opened the door by herself. Oh, your stall's shut, isn't it? Let's get that open for you, Princess. Let's get that open. Back up. You need an alarm. Back up. I know this is your side. So go on back in there. I had to stop and go rescue Peaches. And it looks like Pookie's knocked all her hay out, so she's fine in there without coming outside. Gotta stretch those legs, don't we? Yeah, we gotta stretch those legs. And that water has just about drained into the ground already. He said, turn it on again, Mama, turn it on again. Maybe make the hose go a little further so that way the water will puddle up further out. All right, that's what we're gonna do. All right, Ernest, watch out, buddy. No, that's the camera. All right, so I told y'all they're a little bit scared of the hose when I first cut it on. But I think turning it on back there is gonna, yeah, what's it, kale? What's it, kale? Turning it on back there is gonna create the water flow this way, and the puddle should grow. I know, I'm getting it. I do have to tear it up some. They can't pull it off the stalk. Ernest T messed you up, didn't he? He dropped a little piece. I tell y'all, he loves it. I don't know what it is. I mean, he acts like it's candy. He acts like a kid that's never had a piece of candy. And here's Ernest T. I mean, he doesn't care. He's like, just give me the water. Just give me the water and let Opie have all the kale he wants. Oh, goodness. You shook off all on me. All right, you got you a bite. Yeah, you ate one piece. One whole piece. You got mud stains on you, buddy. Oh, I'm fixing to have mud stains on me, aren't I? No, that's my microphone. You can't have that. All right, let's turn this off. Good thing my shoes are waterproof. You want some kale in the water? Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff, isn't it? You gonna roll around today or not? Nothing I've said has gone as I said it should. I mean, you haven't rolled around. I said I trained y'all. Totally told a story about that because you... Why are you scrunching across the ground? You fixing to roll. He's fixing to roll. I don't know what it is about water and emus, but water, emus, and speed. I just love them, and I hope y'all are enjoying watching them because I have so much fun just hanging out with them. Now, of course, when they're no longer babies, some of y'all wonder why Nugget doesn't run like he used to when he was a baby. Well, this is why, because these are babies, and that's what kids do is they run. There he goes. He's gonna roll over. Kids run, but when you get a little bit older, you know, you grow up and things aren't so as, not say things aren't exciting, I don't mean that, but things get you excited to where you have energy and you want to run and you want to go and move, and Nuggets, he's no longer a baby. So these guys are going to stay energetic and have the will to run until they become young adolescents. And that will happen at probably at about a year of age. They'll start slowing down. And by the time we moved here to our new farm, Nugget was at that prime where he was no longer running. And a lot of people thought, well, he didn't like the new farm because he didn't run anymore. But the reality of it is he didn't run anymore because he grew up. And that will happen with these guys. But this time when these guys grow up, we're not moving again. We're where we're going to be. So nobody's going to insinuate that a move made them quit running. Your feet sure did get clean, Mr. Ernest T. Yeah. And y'all, they have, it's like scales on the backside of their, I'm going to call it claws. And they're really sharp. So I'm not worried about myself getting hurt by carrying them. I'm worried about me harming them by carrying them. And they're just, Ernest T's too big. I cannot imagine what he's going to be like in another week. And I won't have the ability to pick him up and carry him comfortably. Ernest T, you want one piece? There you go. You ate one piece. Good boy. Eat your greens. So what I do when they get finished and they start calming down, their legs have like, I won't say their legs are finished stretching because that doesn't happen, but we don't leave them out here without being attended. We do, however, leave them in a kennel that has a top on it with the shade cloth that's behind me. And they stay out here until the temperatures drop for the late afternoon. They get to enjoy the sunshine. We put their food and their water out here. We come out here and we interact with them. We open the gate and allow Pookie and Peaches to come out and walk around because obviously this is their pasture. And it serves well because no hawks can get them. There's nothing that can happen to them. And the kennel has worked out perfectly. So yesterday was a very good day with training because what I did was I brought their food bowl out. I put some kale on the top of it and I shook it a little bit to where they knew that it was their food, and they followed me right into the kennel. And when they did, I shut the door. And it's not that they don't want to go in there. They don't know where to go. So we're learning, and this will continue. I think they're about done. I think they're about done with their run. What in the world was that little dance? Well, I haven't brought their food out here yet, but since they're so right next to me, I'm wondering if me walking over to their kennel, they're following me, it's going to, let's see. Oh yeah, they're coming right behind me. So I'm just gonna go in and have a seat. Hey, if a cat comes in, that would be great. Come here, Sylvester, because obviously they want to go where the cat goes. Sylvester said, I am not about to come in there. I'm going over the fence. And this is what happens. Once their mind gets on something else, they forget about they're supposed to follow me. They forget that I had kale. It's all starting over. Oh, Bramble's coming. Come on, Bramble. Come on, buddy. Bramble said, I am not going anywhere near those things. And you know, you would think Bramble would put a paw up. He's not going to hurt them. Just to tell them to don't mess with me. Come on, Zoomies. Oh, my. Oh, my gracious. What? Something scare you? And Bramble can go right through the fence. So you see why I don't leave them out here unattended, because I do believe if Opie wanted to, he could go through the squares in the fence. However, Ernest T cannot. He's too big to fit through there. But I'm not leaving them out here without one of us for fear that something may scare him, and they may indeed run right out the fence. Come on, Bram Bram. Come on. All right, I'm not going to let anything happen to Bramble, I promise you. Ernest T's in. Come on. Come on. Yeah, Ernest T's in. Come on, babies. Come on. And Opie can't figure out what to do. So, Bramble's behind me. Figure it out, boys. Figure it out. It's terrible when one of them gets in and one of them's out, because they can't figure it out. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Come on. All right, now. Oh, my goodness. For a minute there, I thought Opie had let Ernest T out the door when I opened it for him. So, yeah, it's perfect. I mean, as long as they get exercise, and I'll let them out midday. Midday, I'll let them out and I'll let them run some more and exercise their legs. But they're babies and they can get overworked. So I don't want them to have too much exercise. While that sounds crazy, their little legs are just very vulnerable at a young age, and we don't want anything to happen to that joint in either of them to harm them. So the kennel's perfect. They get the fresh air. It's no different than they would be if they were in their stall, except for they have fresh air. So I'm going to get the feed and the water. I always put the chick feed, emu feed in the middle because Pookie and Peaches have the ability to walk around outside. And the last thing we need is for either of them to get into chicken feed. That's a no-no. So put the chicken feed in the middle. These guys can have it when they need it. And I swap the water bowl out for a clean one. Take this one with me. There they go, eating away. All right, fellas. I'll be back in a little while and we'll do it all over again. Y'all rest and recover and just enjoy this beautiful, sunshiny Alabama day. Well, it's going to get down to 35 degrees tonight, and that's quite a change from almost hitting 80 during the day. But I'm going to take this opportunity, since the babies are outside enjoying the sunshine, and get their indoor-outdoor carpet out, get a new one installed because they still are sleeping in here in the night. And we're going to continue to do that until we have some consistently warm nighttime temperatures. I certainly don't want to depend on the heat lamp to keep them warm. I want their temperature to be comfortable and then use the heat light for extra heat if their bodies feel they need it. So I'm about to get that done, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you may do. And Bramble and Sylvester said they can guarantee you they're not going to work too hard. So y'all be good, and we will be back soon. I can guarantee you Opie and Ernest T will be bigger the next time you see them. Y'all be good.